Now the other thing we want to do to kind of get that sense of a little jaggedness, we're going to go in and use a masking shape. So I'm just going to use my pen tool right here. You can very easily just kind of create those jagged edges that you see. I'm going to use these lines right here to kind of help me stay within sort of a border. And now, because I want to have a little bit more space down here for the name, I'm just going to give it a little bit more space. What's really nice about using this is we can always go back and change this later. But this will give us a good start to go with. And that's the positive of using our links with the piece. All right, so there we've got that filled in there. We'll just change that to black or whatever, just so we can kind of get a better look at it. We can always go in and mess with this a little bit to see how things are. For instance, I don't think I really want that to be too square. Maybe make this a little bit more jagged. That's going to go okay, good. So there we go. Maybe bring this down just a little bit. And maybe a little bit up over here so that we get that sense of that jaggedness there. All right, so now we're going to take both of these, and if I just do this, I'm not going to get that transparency that we see here. So I'm going to select both of these. Object, clipping mask, make. Now you'll see that this doesn't do what we want it to do. We want the exact opposite of that. So we're going to go up to Object and use something called a compound path, which is the exact opposite. It's going to cut out the inside as opposed to mask the outside. Now that we have that, we can go to File. Let's get rid of this little square here. File. Save as. Okay, and then we can go to our images section here, and we will just call this border. InDesign allows you to import both vector-based objects and Photoshop-based objects or raster-based objects. So you can just save this as an AI. That means you can go back and always change it later. And here we go. Save.